Good evening. Welcome to the regular meeting of the St. Mary Parish School Board, Thursday, October 10th, 2024 at 5:30 p.m. in the Evans Medine Meeting Room. Dr. Fagenbush, can you please call roll?
Ms. Brett? Here. Ms. Moore? Present. Ms. Anselm?
Present.
Ms. Jones? Here. Ms. Griffin? Here. Ms. LaSalle? Here. Mr. Parody? Here. Mr. Mancuso? Here. Ms. Dennis? Here. Ms. Black?
Here.
All are present.
Thank you. If you are able to, please stand for the invocation followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Father God, we come before your holy presence to say thank you for all of your bountiful blessings that you continue to bestow on each of us and our families. Secondly, as always, we ask and thank you for giving your wisdom and understanding to our superintendent, Dr. Fagenbush, school board president, Mrs. Black, and to all of the other school board members that will allow them to effectively discuss and subsequently take actions as needed on all of the items comprising today's agenda. And finally, as always, we thank you for keeping all of our schools, officers, students, school board employees, and their families as safe as possible. These and other blessings we ask in your name and in the name of Jesus. And may you continue to bless and protect our state, our parish, and most importantly, thank you for protecting our United States of America.
So we have a guest tonight leading us in our pledge. Ms. Rentrope, will you introduce our guest?
Yes, ma'am. This is Torin Bibb, sixth grader at Patterson Junior High.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first up, our introduction of students and employees of the month. First up, we have Bayou Vista Elementary School, Miss Gunner.
All right, good evening, everyone. First up, we have Mr. Kason Crapel. He's accompanied by his mom, if y'all could stand, his sister, his grandmother, and his godmother. All right, Kason is a fifth grader at Bayou Vista Elementary School. He was chosen by his peers to represent Bayou Vista Elementary as our student of the month. His classmates think he's smart. He currently has a 4.0 GPA. He's a bucket filler, and Kason meets our Gator expectations by being responsible, very respectful, exhibiting kindness, and staying safe at all times. When I first started at Bayou Vista Elementary, he didn't talk to me at all. 6 years later, now at least I get a good morning, Miss Gunner. And I said, I have great respect for that because he's laser focused on his goals and what he needs to do every day. When Kason isn't at school, he enjoys playing Roblox and hanging out with friends. One of his favorite things to eat are chicken nuggets and fries from McDonald's. And last but not least, he has a favorite season, and it's not what you think. Kason's favorite season is alligator season. He loves going to Crapel's Fish Market and taking pictures and helping out around the shop. So our student of the month is Mr. Kason Crapel. So I think we're waiting. Wait. Uh-oh, together. Next, we have Mrs. Dara Moffett. She is accompanied by her husband, her two children, her sister, niece, mother-in-law, and her mom. If you all would stand. Look a mess. Look a mess. Dara Moffett was chosen by her colleagues to represent Bayou Vista Elementary as our Employee of the Month. She's been our EL Para for the last 4 years, and I don't know what we'd do without her. She works closely with our students and their families to ensure that there's a clear line of communication between the school and home. Mrs. Moffett understands what our students need to be proficient in English. She does such a great job in her classroom that I thought she should pursue teaching. So she let me convince her to enroll in Reach University and is currently in her 2nd year of that program. Outside of her role as EL Para, she takes on just about any task that I assign her. She is currently our PTO president, our personal PR/marketing rep, and her newest title is EL principal. She helps with keeping our students in line and their parents abreast of our behavior expectations and policies. Ms. Moffitt's passion for a positive and productive school community is infectious. If you're familiar with the Pixar animated movie Inside Out, she is our joy. We're really blessed to have her on our staff. And again, I introduce our Employee of the Month, Ms. Dara Moffett.
All right, next up, W.P. Foster Elementary School, Dr. Stewart.
Good evening, everyone. I am pleased to introduce to you Foster Elementary Student of the Month, Ms. Riley Small. Riley is a bright and talented 5th grade student who's making an incredible impact at our school. She continues to shine brightly in all her studies and is at the top of her class in Lexia, iReady, and Zern. As the president of the Beta Club, she showcases her leadership and commitment to excellence, while also being outstanding in her talented theater class. Riley is motivated by her desire for learning and succeeding in everything that she does. She has big dreams ahead of her as she aspires to attend college to study biology and sociology. Her goal is to become a doctor, to be more specific, a neurosurgeon. In her spare time, she enjoys dancing, honing her math skills, always striving for greatness. Riley has a very supportive family who loves her very much. She resides with her grandmother and is supported by her devoted parents, Jessica Jones and Jonathan Small. Can you wave at the... Please join me in celebrating Riley Small for her extraordinary achievements, hard work, and inspiring dedication to our school and her studies. Congratulations, Student of the Month, Ms. Riley Small. And next, we have Mr. Williams Tate, our Teacher of the Month. It is with great pleasure that I introduce our Teacher of the Month. He's currently teaching 5th grade math and science, along with serving as our SBLC facilitator and co-sponsor of Beta, and so much more that I can't even talk about. Mr. Williams Tate has been at Foster for 6 years and had previously been a special education teacher. He's an extremely passionate educator dedicated to inspiring young minds. Mr. Williams Tate grew up in Burtonville, Louisiana, where he developed a love for learning. After earning his degrees in business administration and finance from Northwestern State University, he furthered his education by earning a Master of Business Administration with an emphasis on human resource management. As a result of his credentials, he held management roles in the banking industry. After learning of the teacher shortage, he transitioned to education. According to him, it was rough at first, but he made it. Mr. Williams Tate began his teaching career with the belief that education is the key to unlocking potential. Throughout his educational journey, he has the privilege of working with diverse groups of students, each bringing their unique perspectives and challenges. He strives to create an inclusive classroom environment where every student feels valued and motivated to learn. In his spare time, Mr. Williams Tate enjoys sitting around watching TV and making memories with his family. He says that being selected as the Teacher of the Month is an incredible honor, and it inspires him to continue making a positive impact in the lives of our students. He also sees it as proof that hard work really does pay off. With this conviction that education is a collaborative effort, Mr. Williams Tate is grateful for the support of his colleagues, his family, and the community. He strongly believes that together we can create a brighter future for the next generation. And this evening, he is joined by family members. Would his family please stand? Spouse. Okay. His spouse, Cleo, his dad, Stanley Sr., his sister, Tiffany, many aunts, uncles, best friend, and his mother, who is not here physically, but is always watching over him. Congratulations to Mr. Stanley Williams Tate for a job well done. It's a pleasure to have you on our team.
Good evening. My name is Lauren Rentrope. I'm the principal of Patterson Junior High School. This evening, I present to you two students. First, our elementary student of the month, Miss Alyssa Mills. Alyssa Ray Mills is a fifth grader at Patterson Junior High School. She is the daughter of Sabrina and Craig Phillips and Chris Mills. She is here tonight with her little sister Amber Lee, her grandma and grandpa, Lisa and Doug Phillips. She is very proud to tell me about her miniature Australian Shepherd dog named Diesel. Alyssa's favorite parts of the day is PE and art. Go you. She is a member of 4-H and her favorite subject is math. Outside of school, Alyssa enjoys playing cheer with her sister and coloring. And when she grows up, she would like to become a doctor. Alyssa Mills. I present to you the middle school student of the month, Mr. Turin Beerb. Turin Cal Beerb is a sixth grader at Patterson Junior High School. He is the son of Jesse and Brody Beerb, and he is here tonight with his sister, Tinley. His other family member includes his Chiweenie dog named Bubba. I recall taking Turin out of his car seat as a kindergartner when I was principal at Hattie Watts, and just look at him now. He is an exceptional student. Last school year, he finished the year as the fifth grader that received recognition for being the highest fifth grade word millionaire in the entire district. This year, he has already read over 1 million words and is currently the only word millionaire at Patterson Junior High School. He is in 4-H, and whether he knows it or not, he will soon be in beta. Math is his favorite subject. Outside of school, Turin enjoys playing the piano, and his current favorite piece to play is Bohemian Rhapsody. When not playing the piano, he may be found riding his bicycle throughout the neighborhood. As of today, he is unsure what he would like to be when he grows up, but I know whatever he decides, he is going to be incredibly successful. Turin Beard. Lastly, our Teacher of the Month for Patterson Junior High School is Miss Belinda Vining. Due to family obligations, she is unable to be here with us this evening. Ms. Vining holds multiple degrees, including certification in secondary biology, health and physical education, a Master of Education with concentration in sport management. She has taught in multiple states and has led years of softball teams to state semifinalists and quarterfinalists. If you know anything about a middle school, you know that the gym is the heartbeat of the campus. Gym organization and structure sets the tone for hallways and transitions. Ms. Vining provides structure, consistency, and high expectations for all. She is truly a blessing to have at Patterson Junior High School, and we are so proud to recognize her as our Teacher of the Month.
Thank y'all so much for being here. Next up, we have
If we could have our students and employees of the month, they would like to take a picture out of the main lobby. Once again, congratulations and thank you for attending this evening.
All right. The next item are for recognition of newly appointed positions, which there aren't any at this time. Next, provide information on school-based health clinics in St. Mary Parish Schools.
On behalf of Dr. Wiltz, who I spoke with today, he will be asking to come to the next board meeting in order to determine whether or not the board will approve a potential Tesh Action Clinic Student Health Center at the Franklin Junior High, Franklin Senior High site that we are renovating. But at this time, he did ask me to invite board members to come to our ribbon cutting that we will hold at BEB West St. Mary. If you recall, we transitioned from the outside student health clinic to the inside of the building. And so it is complete, and we would like to invite everyone to come on October 21st, which is a Monday at 9 a.m. if you'd like to be there for the ribbon cutting. It's a beautiful clinic, and it's going to be such a great facility for our students in that area.
Thank you. There is no amended agenda. Next up, approval of the official school board minutes from our regular meeting on September 12th, 2024.
Motion to approve.
Ms. Griffin makes that motion. Ms. Moore seconds. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next is the approval of the consent agenda. The items preceded with an asterisk will constitute the consent agenda, with board members being able to remove any item so desired. The remaining items will constitute the finalized consent agenda and be voted on all together. Dr. Fagenbush, please read the items on the consent agenda.
Under Business Affairs, Number 3, approve property and casualty insurance consultant contract renewal. Number 10, proclamations, National Veterans Day, November 2024, and B, National Native American Heritage Month, November 2024. And that ends the consent agenda.
All right, what are the wishes of the board? Ms. LaSalle? All right, Ms. LaSalle makes a motion. Ms. Brent makes a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, approve declaration of vacancy in position of School Board Member, District 7, St. Mary Parish School Board, and proclamation calling special election to fill such vacancy. Whereas due to the resignation of Honorable Murphy Pontiff Jr. on September 30th, 2024, a vacancy now exists in the office of School Board Member, District 7, St. Mary Parish School Board. And whereas Louisiana Revised Statute 18602 requires that the St. Mary Parish School Board formally declare the vacancy in its membership and appoint an individual to fill the vacancy until a special election can be conducted in accordance with the requirements of law. Now and therefore be it duly resolved that the St. Mary Parish School Board does hereby order and direct as follows. Section 1, the school board hereby declares that due to the resignation of Honorable Murphy Pontiff Jr., the office of School Board Member, District 7, St. Mary Parish School Board is vacant. Section 2, a special election shall be held for the purpose of electing a qualified individual to fill the vacancy in the office of School Board Member, District 7, St. Mary Parish School Board. Section 3, any qualified person desiring to become a candidate for the office shall file a notice of candidacy accompanied by a qualifying fee or a nominating petition as required or authorized by law with the appropriate election official in the manner and form and under the procedures and conditions set forth in the Louisiana Election Code during the period commencing Wednesday, January 29th, 2025, and ending at 4:30 p.m. on Friday, January 31st, 2025. Section 4, the special election shall be held and conducted under the applicable provisions of the Louisiana Election Code. Section 5, the primary election shall be held March 29th, 2025, and the general election, if necessary, shall be held May 3rd, 2025, at the times and places and in the manner prescribed by law. Section 6, the Secretary of State, Commissioner of Elections, Parish Board of Election Supervisors, Clerk of Courts, Registrar of Voters, and all other persons charged with any power, function, right, duty, or responsibility in conducting elections in the jurisdiction of the vacant position described herein are hereby authorized, requested, directed, and empowered to exercise every lawful function and to do every act necessary to conduct the special election, to cause the returns to be made, to canvass and promulgate the results, and to perform all related and incidental functions. Section 7, Superintendent Buffy S. Fagenbush or her designee will take action necessary to immediately publish this proclamation in the school board's official journal. Section 8, Superintendent Buffy S. Fagenbush or her designee will send a copy of this proclamation to the Clerk of Court for the 16th Judicial District and to the Secretary of State by registered or certified mail no later than 24 hours after this proclamation is issued. Resolved by the St. Mary Parish School Board at its regular school board meeting on the 10th day of October 2024. I need a motion. Mr. Mancuso makes a motion. Ms. Anselm seconds. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, appoint a representative to temporarily fill the seat of District 7 School Board member until the special election. Okay. So we had a lot of interest in Mr. Murphy's District 7 seat. We received 7 candidates: Carla Broussard Pellerin, Almitra Franklin, Lawrence Guillory, Craig Pellerin, Glenn Pellerin, and F. Peter Soprano, and David Hannegriff. I do have a statement from Mr. Hannegriff. He said, "After realizing the number of highly qualified applicants, I am withdrawing my name for consideration to fill the vacant seat of Mr. Ponte. My intent was to offer myself to help serve the people of St. Mary Parish. I appreciate the school board's consideration." And we also thank Mr. Hannegriff for his interest in that seat as well. So what we're going to do is the school board will each take a vote on our ballot with the remaining candidates. Dr. Fagenbush will tally the results in the event of one of the candidates not receiving the 6 votes needed to be appointed to Mr. Murphy's seat. We'll take the top 2 or a tie, and we'll vote on it again. Okay? All ballots are in front of the board members. Make sure that you sign and print your name.
In no particular order, just as they were received in this stack. Ms. Marilyn LaSalle, Glenn Pellerin. Ms. Rhonda Dennis, Glenn Pellerin. Mr. Andrew Mancuso, Lawrence Guillory. Mr. Chad Parody, Lawrence Guillory. Ms. Elena Black, Glenn Pellerin. Ms. Tammy Moore, Almitra Franklin. Ms. Ginger Griffin, Glenn Pellerin. Ms. Deborah Jones, Carla Broussard Pellerin. Ms. Lindsay Anselm, Lawrence Guillory. Ms. Quincy, just for verification, that's Ms. Franklin? It goes through 2 names. I just want to. Carla Pellerin. Carla Pellerin, okay. We have 2 votes for Carla Broussard Pellerin, 1 vote Almitra Franklin, 3 votes Lawrence Guillory, 4 votes Glenn Pellerin. We do not have anyone receiving votes of 5. Our 2 highest votes are Mr. Lawrence Guillory and Mr. Glenn Pellerin.
Ms. Black. I am Lawrence Guillory. I'm here tonight. If anyone wants to hear me or hear my personal story and why I'm here, I'll be happy to do so at this time. But it's all up to you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, at this time, we will vote between Mr. Lawrence Guillory and Mr. Glenn Pellerin. So we'll call out there. We'll call your name in order of your districts, and you can cast your vote for either Mr. Lawrence Guillory or Mr. Glenn Pellerin. Ms. LaSalle?
Can I make a request?
Sure.
Can you randomly call the names and not by district?
I have no opposition to that. That would be fine.
So just shuffle these a little bit. Ms. Anslow?
Mr. Guillory.
Ms. LaSalle?
Mr. Pellerin?
Ms. Dennis?
Mr. Pellerin.
Mr. Mancuso?
Mr. Guillory.
Ms. Britt?
Mr. Guillory.
That's my old tally sheet. Mr. Parity? Ms. Black?
Mr. Pellerin.
Ms. Moore?
Mr. Guillory.
Ms. Griffin?
Mr. Guillory.
And Ms. Jones?
Mr. Guillory.
Mr. Guillory received 7 votes, Mr. Pellerin, 3.
Congratulations, Mr. Guillory. I'm sorry, let me clarify. I didn't mean to be rude to you. I'm so sorry. Because it's an agenda item, we would have to follow our procedures and and stuff. I've meant to explain that to you before. So congratulations. You'll be sworn in next month.
Mr. Guillory, would you like to say something at this time, or? Okay.
Yeah, so I do see a few familiar faces here. Ms. LaSalle, I haven't seen you in years. I don't know if you remember me from Burlington Resources back in the day. When I had no business, you were administrative assistant out there. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So I was born and raised here in Centerville. I'm a military veteran. I was gone for 6 years. Came back home, raised my family here. My wife attended Centerville. Both my daughters attended Centerville up to the 8th grade or so. And we moved them to Hanson after that. But I've always done bitty basketball coaching, volunteered at Hanson for track coaching. That's where I've seen Miss Fagenbush before at Berwick High back in the day. I'm an operations manager. Ma'am? Not that far back. Oh, yeah, you're right, yeah. Yeah, I lost my train of thought, but yeah, I'm an operations manager for one of the major oil companies here in the area. I am very available. Everybody knows me here in the community. So I feel that I could really help you fill this void. I don't plan on running for office because I think it would be unfair for whoever got this office to run, but we'll see how it goes, right? So I appreciate all you guys vote and let me speak for a minute. I look forward to working with you all. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good night.
All right, number 4, provide an update and recommendation on self-funded commercial group health plan proposal. Mr. Perez.
Is it on? Okay. Good evening, everyone. So in front of you is the packet. If you recall, last month, the board was presented with the renewal for the Medicare Advantage plan and the commercial group health plan, the fully insured commercial group health plan. And the board did approve the renewal on both of those plans, with the board absorbing the increase, which on the commercial plan amounted to 2.4% rate increase. It was approved, and at the time I said I would come back this meeting once I had the firm quotes on the self-funded funding alternative. So that wouldn't affect premiums to the employees. It wouldn't affect contributions from the board. It would be the same contributions as the fully insured plan, and it would not affect in any meaningful way benefits. So it's just a funding alternative that, because of the group's size, you kind of fall in between. It can go either way, either remain fully insured like you've been forever, or moving forward, moving to a self-funded plan. And so we've had these presentations before in the past, and I plan on including that every year, just for the benefit of the board, to give you the full opportunity to consider both options. So the first page in the packet after the title page is basically a look back, going back 5 years, looking at the premiums you paid in and the claims that were paid out. And going back to 2019 is important because that's the year where you did your migration of Medicare retirees off of the commercial plan and onto their separate Medicare Advantage plan. So I'm providing this to the board so that you can get an appreciation for the volatility. Now you look at that and you can see the board premiums, really the total premiums, the total bill premiums really have not changed a whole lot in that 5-year period when you consider how much medical claims have trended. And you can get also an appreciation for how volatile claims have been over that time. So what I'd like for you to make note of, if you can pick up like July of 2022, if you look at that line that corresponds to the prescription drug claims, RX claims, picking up from around July of 2022, and if you go across each month and look, and you go down to 2023 and to 2024, following that same line, you will note an obvious trend, upward trend in prescription drug claim spend. That's the challenge for, the biggest challenge for most groups, particularly school boards. So just want to make note of that. And then last meeting, I didn't have the September numbers. I do now, of course. And you could see that it's a 98% loss ratio for September. So I was really surprised, and I think I said this last meeting, that we got only a 2.4% rate adjustment. I was expecting more. So we were very fortunate to get that. So the next page is